Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for our annual State of the Town address featuring Mayor Sandra Easton, held virtually for the second time. My name is Lindsay Hendricks and I'm the Executive Director for the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. I want to welcome Mike, who is next to me on the screen. Mike is joining us as our ASL interpreter, whose skills are being utilized to increase our inclusivity of the event. Just a few Zoom housekeeping notes. We do recommend for best viewing that you change your view to gallery view or speaker view. That button can be found in the top right corner. Please note that this webinar is being live streamed to the Chamber's YouTube channel and the recording will be available for viewing after the event. We begin the State of the Town address by acknowledging that the land we are on today is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and the Haudenosaunee people, many whom continue to live and work here today. We recognize and deeply respect the historic connection that many First Nations peoples have to this place and acknowledge that our great standard of living is directly related to the resources and friendship of Indigenous peoples. I would like to take a moment to recognize the event sponsors who have helped make this webinar possible. Diane Regima, Ward 1 Counselor, Town of Lincoln. Great Lakes Christian High School. PharmaSafe, Lincoln and Beamsville Medical Pharmacy. ShopLincoln.ca, a Town of Lincoln initiative. Thank you all for your continued support. I know these are uncertain times for our community, for our local businesses, and that everyone has felt the effects of the pandemic throughout the past year. The Chamber is here to provide you and your business with support. If you are a business owner or employee, please reach out to us and visit our website at lincolnchamber.ca for a list of COVID-19 business resources and government information. As your local chamber, one of our many roles is to advocate on behalf of to all levels of government. And as part of that, we work to cultivate good relationships with our local elected officials. Today's webinar with Mayor Easton will take you on a brief virtual tour of Lincoln as she reflects on the challenges and successes of the past year during the pandemic. After the video presentation, she will share details on exciting town projects and initiatives. If you have any questions after this event that you would like addressed, please contact the Chamber office and I will submit them to the Mayor on your behalf. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce Mayor Sandra Easton. She is a lifelong resident of Lincoln. Elected as mayor for her second term, she has given more than 30 years of dedicated service to our community. She is committed to providing new and meaningful opportunities for residents and business owners to help shape the future of Lincoln. Over to you, Mayor.
Thank you, Lindsay, for your introduction. Good afternoon and welcome, friends and neighbors. Thank you all for your continued support and participation in local government. I also acknowledge all members of Lincoln Council and particularly Councillor Diane Regima, who is the council representative on the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. It has been a challenging year for all of us, but the one thing that allows me to continue to move forward, and more so what inspires me, is the creativity, resourcefulness, and resilience of town staff, councilors, residents, and business owners. Today, I want to deliver a message of hope as we look ahead to brighter days. I would like to share with you some of the steps Council is taking to make Lincoln the best community in Niagara to grow, prosper, and belong. Council has developed a set of priorities through a strategic plan for a future-ready Lincoln. We're working closely with staff to achieve our goals. To be a future-ready, complete community, we champion smart growth principles that include a varied housing supply with affordable housing, single-family homes and rental options, affordable and accessible transit, exceptional gathering spaces that foster a sense of community, and jobs that ensure our residents can support their families and enjoy an excellent quality of life. In preparing for the future, we are also working to become a leader in digital service delivery by providing convenient digital services for residents and businesses, including self-serve options and opportunities for engagement with the town. This is how we become and demonstrate efficiency. We are also giving town staff modern tools to simplify processes, help reduce red tape, and improve collaboration and efficiency. Our Digital Main Street program helps downtown business owners adapt to this digital future. and enables them to enhance their online presence. Economic development staff are also continuing to work to attract investment into high-speed broadband internet across the town, an important part of being able to sustain economic activity across all sectors. And we're not just getting ready for the future. We're already seeing the fruits of several years of hard work and innovative ideas. Despite a challenging year, construction value in 2020 passed the 100 million mark in Lincoln. Since 2016, we have experienced tremendous growth in private sector investment, and this is expected to continue with additional commercial, industrial, and residential projects. They're all lined up and ready to go. This is good news and a sign of even better things to come. What this means is that people and business continue to invest in our community, and that investment is all about confidence. This is a good sign for the challenges we face as a region and province. While the pandemic slowed overall private sector investment across the region and the province, the town has seen a significant increase in construction value and permits over the past decade. Town staff are projecting that 2021 will continue to see a healthy level of investment into our community. We will foster balanced growth of residential, commercial, and industrial development to ensure Lincoln remains a great place to live, work, and invest. Lincoln will also continue to promote an open for business message. Our council priorities include partnering with private sector businesses and industrial associations to advocate for skilled trade labor, to address workforce gaps, and continue outreach to attract local investment and business development. We are working to expedite the development process and complete new zoning bylaws to support purposeful and diversified economic growth across Lincoln. And we never forget our existing and longstanding local businesses, working to ensure responsiveness so that we can do our utmost to help you succeed. A structured business retention and expansion program will help create jobs to grow existing businesses. When speaking about fostering growth and prosperity, we never forget the agricultural sector, which is the backbone of our community and our economy. I'm here at Sunrise Greenhouses, which was founded by Robert and Frances Bierhausen in 1982. This family-run business has 250,000 square feet of growing space, featuring exclusive hand-picked plants from around the world. They're all around me, they're behind me and around me. Sunrise uses the latest in automation technology to improve efficiency and reduce its carbon footprint. To support businesses like Sunrise Greenhouses, we will continue to strengthen Lincoln's position as a center of excellence for agriculture and location of choice for talent, investment, and innovation. We will foster opportunities to drive economic diversity through value-added agriculture and support agricultural advances through expanded programs with the Brock Living Lab, Spark Lincoln, Civic Connect, Vineland Research and Innovation Center, Niagara College, and industry associations. The town of Lincoln will drive economic opportunities through innovation and responsible investment evident in Town Hall, organizing Ontario's first ever Agri-Tech Hackathon right here in Lincoln. And it is with that mindset and our roots in agricultural excellence that we are inspired by a creative spirit that embraces the future. There's much work left to do, and I look forward to continuing that work over the next couple of years. We're also building for the future. I'm here at the Rotary Park Skate Park and Pump Track, which opened in October 2020. It is the first phase of the 3.6-acre Rotary Park project, which will also include pathways, shaded areas, a butterfly garden, and play and fitness equipment. This project, which was made possible through funding from the town, the Rotary Club of Lincoln, and private donations, is an example of how we can work through difficult times, maintain services, and keep infrastructure improvements going throughout the pandemic. You can see the children behind me. They're having a great time, and this is all about investing in the future. These children are our future, and they're just here having a great time being kids and blowing off steam. In fact, I'm constantly amazed by the resilience of our town. Residents, business owners, and I'm especially impressed by our service clubs and nonprofit organizations who have stepped up during what has been a difficult time for them in order to help those most in need in our community. Jillian's Place has continued to serve women and their children fleeing abuse by providing support and services as well as shelter, while adhering to strict COVID-19 safety protocols. Pastoral Mental Health continues to deliver free mental health support to children, youth, and families, a mission that has become even more urgent over this past year. Village of Hope and Community Care of West Niagara, with their separate agendas, continue to provide nutritious food, household goods, and mental health and social support to those in need. I'm inspired by the resourcefulness and leadership of our young people who have faced so many difficulties during this pandemic. Civic Connect, a youth-led nonprofit organization based in Lincoln, is conducting a survey regarding the impacts of COVID-19 on youth in the community. Results will be used to amplify youth voices and bring youth issues to the attention of policymakers. These young people are our future leaders, and youth-led initiatives like this show that we will be in good hands. Local organizations have also been creative in finding ways to continue to hold socially distanced or virtual events to bring the community together. As for the town of Lincoln, we continued our tradition of a holiday tree lighting ceremony and marked our 50th anniversary with modified celebrations, including recognizing some of our outstanding citizens through our 50 Faces project. The pandemic has hit many of our businesses hard. Many of the town's plans outlined in the Economic Development Strategy and Action Plan were put on hold and replaced with short-term activities to better serve our business community. But today, economic recovery is top of mind. Estimates show that the Lincoln and Greater Niagara economies are expected to recover to pre-COVID levels beginning this year and growing into 2023. The Lincoln Task Force to Recover and Rebuild continues to research the economic impact that COVID-19 is having on the business community, advocate for economic support for local businesses, and connect with the private sector and industry groups to develop long-term recovery plans. Early in the pandemic, the town partnered with the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, Beamsville Improvement Area, 20 Valley Tourism, and Ontario Craft Wineries to launch shoplincoln.ca. The website provides a simple, direct link to local restaurants and businesses and showcases all that we have to offer. While shoplincoln.ca was intended to help consumers make safe, informed decisions without leaving their home, we adapted to a tourism focus to help increase traffic to our tourism-related businesses and craft beverage industry. By adding travel blogs, advertorial videos, and strategic paid advertising, staff created consumer sales generation for local businesses and raised awareness of Lincoln as a destination. The initiative was actually named a finalist for the 2020 Awards of Excellence to the Economic Developers Council of Ontario, which highlights distinctive ideas and initiatives that can become best practices in economic development. More recently, the town of Lincoln waived fees on applications for seasonal tent permits and patio extensions for restaurants, bars, and wineries. We saw where help was needed, and we immediately responded in public health measures. This is how we are aligning the staff we have to the needs of the community. We understand the toil the pandemic has taken on the local tourism and hospitality sector. We want to do everything we can to help businesses recover and prosper. And you can do your part by shopping local and supporting small independents. One of Council's other key priorities is to be an inclusive and welcoming community. The recent installation of rainbow benches at 4 locations across the town is an important symbol of diversity and inclusion in Lincoln. This idea was generated and nurtured when we were looking at a local teacher and her characteristics, after which our newest park, this park, Prokage Park, was named after. She was, and her legacy will be, promoting a town and ensuring that Angelina's town is one that is open to and accepts differences. And it also represents the interconnectedness of our community and the value of working together. The town of Lincoln strives to create a welcoming environment that is open to fresh ideas and new perspectives, where residents and businesses participate fully in social, cultural, and economic life. We will accomplish this by promoting diversity and inclusion of residents and newcomers through public services and facilitating citizen connectedness through inclusive public spaces that are universally accessible. These colorful benches are one symbol that achieves that. We foster greater understanding on matters of diversity, inclusivity, and equity through the development of advisory committees and community partnerships, and enhance accessible and affordable transit opportunities in collaboration with Niagara Region and the province of Ontario. An important part of ensuring residents and business owners feel they belong is increasing the level of communication and engagement with the town. That's why we've developed a new digital communication and engagement platform called Speak Up Lincoln. And we have invested in communications, as it was this council and the past council that heard loud and clear residents wanted a voice. SpeakUpLincoln.ca provides a place where community members can get updates and provide input on important town of Lincoln projects and initiatives at a time and place that is convenient for them. Community members can learn about, track, and review town projects and issues that are important to them. They are invited to share feedback on specific projects and identify what they would like to learn more about. Be sure to check it out and have your say. We want to hear from you. We see every day how much the world is changing, including a growing population, a climate crisis, and an accelerated shift to digital. To strengthen our community's response and adaptation to this wide array of changes, the town of Lincoln is committed to expanding and using our resources to create a more sustainable future. Our community-driven approach and progressive public policies are foundational to achieving our shared vision for Lincoln. This includes financial sustainability. We will address this by developing an asset management plan for long-term planning of projects and infrastructure to better understand what resources we need to support growth. Financial sustainability plan, including financial forecasting, will help ensure the viability of the future tax base. We are also investing in our people. They remain our strength. Together with our staff, we are working to enrich all sectors of our community. We are well on our way to this goal. Town Council approved the 2021 budget with an overall increase of 1.9% on the town's portion of the tax rate. This is broken down as an increase of 0% on the capital side, 0.9% in the operating budget, and 1% money in the bank, dedicated to the special infrastructure levy, at a blended rate of 1.75% on the tax bill. This budget is a sound fiscal plan that invests in our infrastructure, programs, and services while maintaining a low tax rate for the community. The other day, our CAO shared some data that highlighted a staggering $16 million that has been applied for and secured for projects and investments in our community over the past few years. That is money we were never successful in securing before. This money goes towards roads, facilities, museums, and programs. We cannot talk financial sustainability without highlighting the immense success we have had in finding and securing money from upper levels of government. In addition to financial sustainability, we are focusing on environmental sustainability. As a member of the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence Cities Initiative, this issue is close to my heart. The initiative brings together mayors whose towns and economies rely on the Great Lakes water. We work with federal, state, and provincial governments to advance the protection and restoration of the Great Lakes ecosystem through development and implementation of a protection and restoration plan. In Lincoln, we are so fortunate to have the picturesque Lake Ontario shoreline and the magnificent Niagara escarpment, as well as conservation areas and scenic walking and biking trails. Charles Daly Park. This is where I am today, enjoying everything about a beautiful park in a beautiful location. 2 beautiful beachfronts, 2 inlets of the 15 and 16 creeks for canoeing, paddling, and fishing. It is up to us to protect these natural treasures through environmental stewardship and smart growth. The town of Lincoln will continue to build public awareness and understanding of our shared responsibility to conserve and protect the environment. Our 2021 budget included a shoreline protection study to address planning, management, and protection. And we will also develop urban forestry guidelines and strengthen tree protection and planting requirements. By growing the urban tree canopy, we can improve air quality and remove carbon from the atmosphere. I encourage you to plant trees as well, those that are Indigenous to Ontario, as well as this region. Our natural environment is about more than beautiful scenery and recreational opportunities. It is integral to the future of our planet. The town will promote green and low environmental impact development strategies to protect and enhance our natural landscapes. We will also strengthen collaboration between the nonprofit and business sectors to work together to address a changing climate. A promising step in our sustainability journey was Council's recent approval of the Lincoln staff-prepared Corporate Climate Adaptation Plan. This is a guideline to support and inform climate adaptation at the corporate municipal level. It outlines how the municipality as a corporation will adapt its assets, operations, and services to the current and future impacts of climate change. This includes integrating climate change considerations into town strategies, plans, policies, procedures, operations, and services. Other goals include mitigating the harmful consequences of extreme weather and emergency events, and considering climate change impacts in infrastructure management. We strive to provide Lincoln residents with a quality of life that is second to none. We have a responsibility to anticipate and prepare for potential impacts of climate change on our community, and are committed to taking a leadership role in facing this uncertainty. I'm here at the beautiful Peninsula Ridge Estates Winery, a world-class wine and culinary destination with its restaurant in the beautiful historic home of the Kitchen family. Being here reminds me of how Lincoln combines a strong agricultural history with a creative entrepreneurial spirit. Our need to focus on this strong foundation is more important than ever, especially as we revitalize our economy. Our collective efforts will help us confront the pandemic and together build an even more prosperous future here in Lincoln. Through our Business Recovery e-newsletters, the Economic Development Department continues to provide frequent updates to the business community to promote grants and financial economic assistance. Since May 2020, we have sent out 50 of these newsletters. Both the province of Ontario and the Government of Canada have provided financial supports for small and medium-sized businesses, and when needed, we assist local businesses to apply for them. In addition, staff continue to identify opportunities for the municipality to play a larger role in getting financial assistance for Lincoln's businesses. I was extremely pleased by the province's announcement of a significant investment in the 2021 provincial budget for Ontario's wine and tourism industry. Even before the COVID-19 pandemic, we recognized that changes were needed to support our wine and tourism industry. We have consistently advocated and shared the sector-specific challenges with the province and are delighted to see that our efforts have been reflected in this year's budget. Some of the highlights of the funding include a one-time $10 million grant to help wineries and cideries and increasing funding for the Small Distillery Support Program by an additional $1.2 million in 2021-22 to help small distillers recover from the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, the government is extending the funding to 2022-23 for the VQA Wine Support Program, small cidery and small distillery support programs, and marketing, tourism, and export development, performance measurement, and research and innovation development initiatives. The government also made changes to support local beverage alcohol producers, including expanding Made in Ontario options at the LCBO, and changes to allow the sale of 100% Ontario wine and eligible spirits at farmers markets. Ontario is also introducing the Ontario Tourism Recovery Program, a $100 million initiative for 2021-22 to help tourism operators, anchor businesses and attractions recover from the economic effect of COVID-19. These announcements coincide with the town's ongoing work, along with local partners on our tourism strategy, focusing on how Lincoln provides unique tourism experiences built around an award-winning artisanal beverage sector within a spectacular natural setting. We believe tourism is a key pillar to drive sustainable growth that serves the long-term interest of our economy, businesses, environment, and citizens. This plan lays the groundwork for making Lincoln a leading tourist destination in Ontario. We also continue to invest in our community. Construction of the new Lincoln Museum and Cultural Centre, home of the Jordan Historical Museum of the 20, is almost complete. This important cultural asset will be a welcoming community space that houses the artifacts and exhibits that showcase Lincoln's uniqueness within the region of Niagara. Another exciting project is the Jordan Village Improvement Area, which aims to create an anchor destination for residents, businesses, and tourists by building a connected and beautified neighborhood that focuses on safety, complete streets, landscape appeal, and local heritage. And I might add that that connectedness includes Prudhome's, it includes Vineland, and the retail areas of development there, as well as the town of Beamsville. These are just a couple of the projects I am looking forward to seeing completed. Great things are happening in Lincoln. We've been through a difficult year, and there are still challenges ahead. But I encourage you to look forward with a sense of hope for our future. We are ready for it. Through collaboration and a shared vision for Lincoln, we can ensure that it remains the most desirable community in Niagara to grow, prosper, and belong in.
Well, these transitions are always a little bit tricky, but I hope that you enjoyed what you've just been exposed to, and you didn't even have to go outside. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about where the town of Lincoln is now and where we're headed. Council and staff are committed to working on our priorities and strategic plan for a future-ready Lincoln. Without a doubt, COVID-19 has negatively impacted our businesses and throughout 2020. But local support has never been more important, and we need to continue to come together as a community and to rely on our strong foundation, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit to move us ahead. If you ever had any questions about any of these things, about the last year, ideas, any feedback, my door is also always open. I do enjoy hearing from you. It's by coming together that we all succeed. I'm truly excited for what is to come for Lincoln. All of you are what make me optimistic for a bright 2021. Now I have an announcement to make here that is typical during the mayor's address, and this is the Feet to the Fire Award. The Feet to the Fire Award is a mayor's award that recognizes members of the Lincoln community who utilize a public platform to get the attention of the mayor, councilors, and staff on issues of general and/or neighborhood interest. I see them as stand-up people who with persistence and endurance not only get our attention, but also work with local government to achieve the greatest benefit in the process of progressive change. They also have the ability to accept disappointment and still continue to keep their agenda top of our minds. Issues often require the input and cooperation of many others, and the Feet to the Fire approach is a slow but sure method of achieving all important improvements in policy, as well as a deeper look at local neighborhood challenges. Now, since 2017, we have seated a number of your citizens, a number of neighbors at the table, and they include George Midges, Rob Jansen, Ted Gillespie, Salvatore Leva, Trevor Donegan, Adrian Penichetti. Today, I'm very pleased to announce 2 additions to the Feet to the Fire table. In each situation, they have and continue to bring resolutions in areas of our collective social conscience and the realization of social equity, both in the area of climate change and adaptation, as well as homelessness and transitional housing. Martha Kralt has been a quiet but effective leader in the area of transitional housing and continues to influence our understanding of attainable housing as a significant determinant of health for all ages. Before it became a plank in any political platform and in her ability to continue to show us the way, Martha is most deserving of this recognition. Looking at climate change through a variety of lenses uses the slow drip approach, and using the slow drip approach has served to educate many of us on ways to think more broadly and to be bold while adjusting our priorities. In addition to providing us with her expertise and hands-on knowledge, Liz Bennion is slowly and surely influencing local and regional decision makers to invest personally and municipally in a major transformation. In both the scope and the proportion of Carolinian canopy, she has made us very aware of how that canopy has diminished. And she uses very much a hands-on approach to get the job done, and is a person that you'll see out in any crowd planting trees. In a year as we have experienced, it is a pleasure to acknowledge excellence in community building. And it is with that that I acknowledge and congratulate both Liz and Martha, along with all community members who have received this award since 2017. I also want to acknowledge today that it is Earth Day. And although you may not be out cleaning up garbage and making your neighborhoods look more beautiful, you have certainly, as collectively in Lincoln and across the Niagara region, made a difference by embracing the new policy around waste management. You have been contributing tremendously to increasing the use of the green bins and also blue box and gray box. And I want to thank you very much for that. Also, this is Volunteer Week, and we have many people in our community and across the region who are just plain kind people who throughout this pandemic have been supporting others and recognizing that the arrival of a nice warm meal at lunchtime makes a big difference in people's quality of life. Phone calls to people to make sure that they're okay and that they don't need anything, and in many cases, how to find what it is that they need. Children's programming has been so important to make it available online. and also mental health supports. And those programs are so vitally important right now. We've come to the end. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I enjoyed this method of getting the messages across to you. I want to thank the staff very much for all of the efforts they put into assisting with this new format. And I want to leave you with a short video that our economic development and tourism staff put together to showcase that once lockdown concludes, it is safe to visit Lincoln. Our tourism and hospitality sector are one of a kind, from the bench to the lakeshore. Lincoln truly is a wonderful place to live and visit. Thank you all. Stay safe and healthy.
Discover Lincoln, the missing link to your next adventure. Just a short hour drive away from the GTA and the US-Canadian border. Set amidst the beauty of the Niagara Escarpment and vistas of the Lake Ontario shoreline. Lincoln is your gateway to shop, taste, and explore all that West Niagara has to offer. Lincoln offers a diverse portfolio of activities and experiences that are sure to satisfy every type of travel enthusiast on your list. Taste your way from farm to table and sip from vine to glass as you visit over 50 world-class craft beverage and culinary destinations. Explore our bicycle-friendly trails, paddle-worthy waterways, and picturesque landscape. Immerse yourself in history and the arts like never before at one of our unique cultural and heritage sites. Shop until you drop in our charming boutiques, bountiful farmers markets, and adventure-worthy outfitters. No matter your preferred style adventure, our vibrant people and welcoming communities are standing by to link you up with everything you need to create your next memorable adventure. Discover what Lincoln has to offer. Begin planning your next adventure at shoplincoln.ca. Share your adventure with us on your favorite social platform.
Great. Thank you so much, Mayor Easton, for providing valuable dialogue and for showcasing great initiatives of Lincoln. We appreciate your participation in the event and your commitment to Lincoln, as well as hearing your plans for our recovery and the future plans for Lincoln. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you to our attendees for joining us, and we encourage all of you to reach out to the Chamber or the Town of Lincoln with any questions that you may have. A follow-up email will be shared with this recording of the webinar, and it will be sent to all the attendees. You will also be able to view this webinar by visiting the Chamber's YouTube page. Stay up to date with Chamber news, events, and networking opportunities on our website. You can sign up for our newsletters and follow us on social media to stay in the loop. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Stay well, stay safe.